Now, Awesome Boy comes up for Brandon Louis. Navigates a path into the gates. Red light is on. We're all set. The raconteur of 25. Lights on. Away and racing in the raconteur and going back opportunistic after the start. Awesome Boys driving through to lead God's Gate. Ripper Farouk. Pondmaster gets into a beautiful spot. Is going to be one out and one back in front of Storyville, settling just behind it. And then came More Heroic on the inside of King Hit. Further back is Opportunistic, who's about fourth last outside of Precious God. And well back in the field, Wind and the Lion is third last outside the grey Patron Express. And back last of all is Elite Missile and would be about 20 lengths away from the leader. They look to be going along at a decent speed because God's Gate was able to take it up and lead from Awesome Boy. Ripper Farouk is down on the inside. Pondmaster every chance fourth. So is Storyville in fifth place on the outside. Then came More Heroic and King Hit Precious God. Well back is Opportunistic and Patron Express. Wind and the Lion. Elite Missile has got a lot to do. It's still about 15 away from the leader. Up towards the home turn in the raconteur. 5:50 to go. God's Gate from Awesome Boy. Pondmaster travels into it nicely. So does Storyville. They both get to the outside. Then came Ripper Farouk. Right to the outside is Opportunistic. Wind and the Lion. Elite Missile still a mile away inside the 200 metre mark. And Pondmaster is moving up with Awesome Boy. But here comes Opportunistic and Elite Missile is thundering home. Opportunistic and Elite Missile have come together. Opportunistic in front. Elite Missile driving too late. Opportunistic has won. Opportunistic has won the raconteur from Elite Missile. Storyville in Admiration Express and Patron Express fourth. And they're followed by Wind and the Lion late on the scene. God's Gate behind them. And then Pondmaster, who didn't finish it off. Precious God. Further back was More Heroic. Well back was King Hit and Ripper Farouk. Number 11 is the winner for Mickey Grantham and CJP. Opportunistic has just won from Elite Missile. Charging home from last. Well, hasn't the pattern changed? Maybe there wasn't one. Maybe we're just deluded. 11, 3, 2 and 7. Storyville third and fourth number 7. Patron Express. Not Admiration Express. 11, 3, 2 and 7. Opportunistic, who won its maiden impressively. Steaming down the middle on that occasion. This time Jill really wound up. Elite Missile went. Tried to go with it. Was giving it a length at about the 300. Still, maybe even about the 200. Was gradually making inroads on it. It had its back the whole way there. Elite Missile and Brad Parnham. And CJP got the drive to the lead. And then Elite Missile started to thunder down the centre of the track and they got away from the rest of them. With the Storyville coming through in the centre to grab third just in front of Patron Express. So a terrific raconteur here. What a battle that was over the final 150 metres with those two horses just swamping the rest of the field and then battling out a very close finish. Let's head downstairs. Mickey Grantham is on course, handling all his horses today, and no doubt he'll be delighted with that performance for Bob Peters. Here's Lockie.
Thanks, Rich. Michael joins me now. Michael, congratulations on the win. Opportunistic. It's a big effort from a horse in his second career start to win at this level. What's he shown you behind the scenes? Yeah, he's always had that bit of promise behind the scenes, and the boss. Last prep we kept him as a colt for a fair while, just because he was so lean, and I think he took one look at him in the paddock and he wasn't getting any bigger, so he and his attitude was a little bit disgusting in that way as well. So ever since he's been gelded, he's really come on. Coming into today, did you feel like he was up to this level, or were you really just testing the waters to work out what you were working with for the rest of the preparation? Yeah, we had him obviously both these doubly nominated for the 14, and the boss called me on the Tuesday and we decided to put them both in here, and you dream and you hope about it, but you can't do much more than today. Where to next for a horse like him? Do you feel like you could even improve out to the mile of a Belmont Guineas? Yeah, I think so. He's he's got good lungs about him, and his temperament's good, and if he can stand up, I'd say that'd be the road he'd take.
A really nice horse on the rise. Well done.
Thanks, Lockie.
There's Michael Grantham after the winner of Opportunistic, and here's CJP catching up with Scotty.
CJP's on the board here with Opportunistic. Looks a very nice 3-year-old this. In a fortnight's time, they'll go head-to-head, those first two across the line over 1,600 metres, and I can't see a reason, Portsy, why he's not going to be difficult to beat in all of these feature races in the next couple of months.
Yeah, he's just got that scope about him. He's still raw and new to it all, so he's got a lot of potential, this horse.
How did the race unfold for you?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I sort of had to drag back a bit further than I wanted to be, but in the end, it probably was a good result.
Got to the outside and he showed that same turn of foot. He went from a maiden straight to a 3-year-old listed race. That's a big step for him to take, but he's gone to a whole new level today.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big effort for horses to do stuff like that. Look, we sort of put the writing on the wall in his maiden. He was sort of in no man's land and managed to pick him up quite easily. So it was just seeing what he would step out and do today up against that bit of company. And look, he's put it together quite well.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's CJP combining with Peter's Investments, Michael Grantham and Opportunistic. What a performance, taking out the Racontour Stakes in his second career start.